President Bola Ahmed Tinubu of Nigeria has accepted the resignation of the Minister of Innovation, Science and Technology, Geoffrey Uche Nnaji, who had been accused of forging the degree certificate of the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, and the certificate of completion of service for the one-year mandatory National Youth Service Corps, NYSC, after he allegedly failed an exit course, Virology, repeatedly at the university. Nigeria presidency, in a statement made available a few minutes ago by the presidential spokesperson, Nsukka, stated that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has accepted the resignation of Geoffrey Uche Nnaji, the Minister of Innovation, Science and Technology, following some allegations against him. President Tinubu appointed Nnaji in August 2023. He resigned today in a letter thanking the president for allowing him to serve Nigeria. Nnaji said he has been a target of blackmail by political opponents. President Tinubu thanked him for his service and wished him well in future endeavors. Earlier, Nigeria state-controlled media, NTA, had reported that the Minister of Innovation, Science and Technology, Uche Geoffrey Nnaji, has dismissed reports questioning his academic qualifications, describing them as politically motivated attempts to tarnish his image. The minister has firmly defended the authenticity of his University of Nigeria, Nsukka degree. Speaking through his spokesperson, Dr. Robert Ngwu, the minister said records from UNN confirm he graduated in July 1985 with a bachelor's degree in microbiology and biochemistry, second-class honors, lower division. He described recent reports denying his graduation as false, malicious, and politically driven, alleging that the controversy began after opposition figures took key positions within the university. Nnaji revealed that the Federal High Court in Abuja has issued protective orders restraining the university from tampering with his records and directing the release of his academic transcript. Reaffirming his focus on national service, the minister said no amount of political blackmail or media trial will distract him from advancing innovation and technology in Nigeria. He urged the University of Nigeria to uphold its motto, to restore the dignity of man, and resist being used for partisan purposes. In a swift reaction on Tuesday, Enugu state government denied sponsoring allegations of certificate forgery against the Minister of Innovation, Science and Technology, Chief Uche Nnaji, urging him to carry his cross and clear his name before Nigerians. The government, in a press statement issued in Enugu on Monday by the Director of Information in the Ministry of Information and Communication, Mr. Chukwuemeka Nibo, said it had no hand whatsoever in the controversies surrounding the minister's academic records. The Enugu state government dissociates itself completely from these allegations. The Honorable Minister must carry his own cross and clear his name before Nigerians, instead of dragging the government into issues that are entirely personal to him, Mr. Nibo declared. The Director of Information recalled that Chief Nnaji had invited journalists to a world press conference scheduled for Monday at 2 p.m. to address the matter, but failed to show up. A large number of Nigerian and international journalists reportedly gathered on the minister's invitation to hear directly from him. But rather than appear before them to answer questions and establish his innocence, the minister absconded, leaving behind proxies who could not withstand the barrage of legitimate questions from journalists. Who can narrate Chief Nnaji's UNN story better than him? Why invite the media, only to outsource the conference? Why send third parties, who lack the answers to critical questions, if he truly has nothing to hide? Mr. Nibo queried. Did he, for his screening, present a purported degree certificate to the Senate showing that he graduated from the prestigious University of Nigeria, Nsukka, UNN, in July 1985? Is it true that he deposed in a federal high court filing in Abuja that he was not issued any degree certificate by UNN, and, if so, how did he come about the degree certificate he presented to the Senate? Is it also true that while he claims to have graduated in July 1985, he applied to the university to retake Virology, course code, MCB 431, in the September 1985 supplementary examination, having failed the course? Is it also true that the university, in a November 8, 1985 letter, informed Uche Nnaji that he again failed Virology, course code, MCB 431, in the supplementary examinations, but could register to retake the course in the June 1986 examinations, provided he paid an examination fee of 4 nairas. 4 naira. Is it true that on January 3, 1986, he again applied to retake the Virology, course code, MCB 431, examination in June 1986, stating in his letter that the receipt for the payment of the 4 naira receipt fee had been attached? Is it true that while he claims to be in possession of a university degree, he only submitted his secondary school WASC certificate to the Independent National Electoral Commission, NYSC, for his participation in the 2023 governorship election? Why did Uche Nnaji's proxy state at the Abuja press conference that the minister graduated, while avoiding stating categorically that he was issued a degree certificate? Did he also present a purported NYSC discharge certificate showing that he commenced his national service in April 1985, 3 months before his supposed graduation, and served until July 1986, an unusual duration of 13 months instead of the usual 12 months of national service? Whereas the CEO of the NYSC at the time he claimed to have undergone the national service was Colonel Ede Akpan, January 1984 to December 1987, Uche Nnaji's NYSC discharge certificate was signed by Colonel Animashon Brimo, who was NYSC CEO from January 1988 to December 1990. Is it true that NYSC certificates issued up till October 1990 had 6-digit numbering devoid of alphabetic characters, but Uche Nnaji's discharge certificate, supposedly issued in 1986, was numbered A231309, which includes the alphabet A? And above all, is it a fact that he deposed to an affidavit in the suit he filed in court that UNN did not issue him any certificate? And if that is the case, Nigerians want to know how he came about the certificate he submitted to the Senate of his own free will in 2023. These are the clarifications Nigerians earnestly yearn for, and Chief Uche Nnaji is urged to brave up to clear his name, if he is truly innocent, rather than trading blames, Nebo stressed. Daily Post newspaper had reported that an Abuja Federal High Court has rejected a bid by the Minister of Innovation, Science, and Technology, Uche Nnaji, to stop the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, UNN, from releasing his academic records. The Minister of Education, National Universities Commission, NUC, UNN, the university's Vice-Chancellor, its Registrar and the Senate of the institution were listed as respondents in the suit. An application for interim injunction filed by the minister's lawyer asked the court to restrain the respondents from acting on a request for release of his academic records. However, Justice Hausa Yilwa turned down the application. The minister had prayed the court for an order granting leave to the applicant to issue the prerogative writ of prohibition on the 3th, 2, 5th and the 7th respondents, the VC, Registrar and Senate of the school, from tampering with or continuing to tamper with the applicant's academic records at UNN. The minister also prayed for an order granting him leave to issue the prerogative writ of mandamus compelling the 3rd, 2, 5th and the 7th respondents to release to him his academic transcript at the varsity. Other reliefs sought include an order granting leave to the applicant to issue the prerogative writ of mandamus compelling the 1st and 2nd respondents to ensure, utilizing their supervisory and disciplinary powers, that the 3rd, 2, 5th and the 7th respondents release to the applicant his academic transcript at the University of Nigeria, Nsukka. An interim order of injunction restraining the 3rd, 2, 5th and the 7th respondents from tampering or continuing to tamper with the applicant's academic records at the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, pending the determination of the substantive suit. In rejecting the application after listening to the counsel, the judge held, I have therefore perused the 34-paragraph affidavit and the 6-paragraph affidavit of urgency deposed to by the applicant, the grounds upon which this application is made, the exhibits attached thereto and the further affidavit of 6 paragraphs deposed to by Martin Luther Akawi. I have equally considered the written address of counsel. I shall therefore refer to paragraphs 15, 16, 22, 23, 24, 25 and 29 of the affidavit in support of this application, Exhibits 1, 2d and paragraphs 3, 4 and 5 of the further affidavit. I'm of the humble view from the facts deposed in the affidavits, alongside the exhibits attached, that the applicant has sufficient interest in the matter to which this application relates. Thus, this application is meritorious. Consequently, I hereby grant Prayer 1, 2 and 3 only. Prayer 4 is declined. Having been refused, the granting of reliefs 1, 2, 3 shall not serve as injunctive reliefs against any of the parties. UNN had disowned the minister's certificate in a letter addressed to Premium Times, written by the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Simon Orchunya. In the letter dated October 2, 2025, the university maintained that the minister did not complete his studies. We refer to your letter dated the 29th of September 2025 in respect of the above subject matter. We can confirm that Mr. Geoffrey Uche Nnaji, with matriculation number 1981 30,725, was admitted by the University of Nigeria, Nsukka in 1981. From every available records and information from the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, we are unable to confirm that Mr. Geoffrey Uche Nnaji, the current Minister of Science and Technology, graduated from the University of Nigeria in July 1985, as there are no records of his completion of study in the University of Nigeria, Nsukka. Flowing from above, the University of Nigeria, Nsukka did not and consequently, could not have issued the purported certificate, or at all, in July 1985 to Mr. Geoffrey Uche Nnaji, the current Minister of Science and Technology. This conclusion is also in consonance with an earlier letter dated May 13, 2025, reference number, Run, SR-RV, issued by the university to the Public Complaints Commission in respect of the same subject matter, copy attached, Orchunya wrote.
Bringing you the news in a more digital way.